Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to inherit and add a new field into an existing model in Odoo. So currently in the screen you are seeing Odoo version 15 community edition where we are continuing our Odoo 15 development tutorials. So in previous video we have shown you how to inherit a model. So what we will be doing is that on that inherited model we will be adding a new field. So if I go to the PyCharm, and here we have the OM Odoo inheritance module, and if you check the models folder, here you have sale order.py file where we have inherited the sale order model, and also we have given in the manifest the dependent as sales module. So what we will be doing is that inside this model we will be defining a new field, that is inheriting and adding a new field to an existing model. So if I go to the UI, so here we have Odoo 15, and if I go to the sales menu, and here we have the quotations. So if I open the quotation, here you can see we have lots of field. So we will be adding a new field just to record, or I'll say confirmed by a many to one field inside this model. So I'll go to the PyCharm, and here I will be adding a new field, confirm user ID. So simply a many to one field of this user, many to one, and I'll specify the core model as rs.users, and I'll give string equal to confirmed user. So this is how we can add a new field in the inherited model. The same way as we add the field in the newly creating model, just only difference is here we are inheriting and adding the field. So I have defined a many to one field with technical name confirmed user ID. So don't forget to keep underscore ID always with many to one field of res.users string confirmed user. Now what I will do, I'll just restart the service, and I'll try to upgrade OM Odoo inheritance module. So I'll copy this name, and I'll go to the UI, and from the apps menu I'll upgrade the module. Click on upgrade. So you can see the module is getting upgraded and there is no errors. So we have successfully added the field. So right now we don't add the field into the view, so we cannot see it over here. So I'll go to the settings, then technical, then if I scroll down you have a menu called database structure, and from here I'll search for sale.order model. And if you open the first record, that is sale.order model, click on edit, and here you can see all the fields inside this module. So if I scroll down for the letter C, here you can see confirmed user ID. If I open that, you can see the field that we have added is added into this model. And if you check the miscellaneous tab, type base field, it is coming from the app OM Odoo inheritance. So that means the adding of the field is successful and it has been added to the corresponding model. So here you can see OM Odoo inheritance, type is many to one, and properties you can see over here. Core model is rs.users. Now what we have to do, we have to add this field inside the corresponding view. So I'll go to the sales menu again, and then to the quotations. So here we have the sales form. Now what we have to do, we have to add this field inside this view. So what we have to do, we have to inherit the corresponding view. So let's see how we can inherit this view and add the field. So I'll go to the PyCharm again. So we have to inherit the view inside XML. So here we have views folder, and I'll rename this file as sale order view. So try to give the file name which stands with model name. So our model is sale order. So I just changed the file name to sale order view.xml, and I have to import this file inside the manifest. So I'll copy this, and inside the data folder, data path of manifest, you have to import this file. So I have just imported in the data section views slash sale order view.xml. Now what we have to do, I have a sample here, that is basic Odoo syntax. Now what we have to do, we have to inherit this record, this view, and add this field. So which view we have to inherit, that you can get from here. So I have already activated the debug mode. So you have the debugger button here, click on that. Then if you click on edit view form, you can see the external ID of the view. So we have to inherit this view. So let's see how we can inherit. So let me take a sample first. So this is the Odoo source code, and I'll click on find in path, inherit ID. So let me take a sample and I'll search inside the XML. So you can see a lot of samples inside Odoo code. So let me take one among them and let's continue. So let me search for a sample that we can use. Or I'll do one thing here. Already there is a lot of records that Odoo inherited the same thing. So I'll copy one among that. Let me search for a record. Yeah, so I'll copy this sample, Control C, and I'll put it here. Control A, Control Alt L, so you can arrange the indentation. And let me remove all those things from here. So I have taken a sample from existing module in Odoo. So first of all, when you inherit, you have to create a record. Then you have to create, when you create a record, you have to give an ID. So I'll keep this empty. Let me clear all these things so I can explain you the things that we have to do. So let me remove this. Yeah, so here we can see this is a basic structure. Now what we have to do, we have to give an ID for the inheriting record. So which record we are going to inherit? We are going to inherit edit view form. This we are going to inherit sale dot view sale order form. So you have to copy that first. Then in the inherit ID, you have to specify that ID, which ID you are going to inherit. So that's done first. Then which model we have to inherit? We have to inherit sale order model. So specify the model name. Then give a name for the record, sale order form or sale order inherit. You can give like that. I'll give sale order inherit, or as you like, you can give a name. Then you have to give an ID for the record. So I'll give the ID as view order form inherit, or you can view as you like, which stands with the subject. So what we have done is we have created a record, specified ID, a name is specified, model name is given, inherited this record, and inside field name arc type XML, here we have to add the field, that is we have to add newly created field. But we cannot directly add the field like this. We have to specify the position inside this form where we need our new field. We can add the field anywhere inside the form. Maybe before this header we can add, or after order date we can add, or after quotation template, anywhere we can add. So we have to specify in which position you have to add. So to specify the position, we will use the XPath expression in Odoo. So let me show you some sample. So if you search for XPath, so you can see XPath expressions. So in order to locate which path we need, we will use XPath. So let me copy this sample and I'll put it here. XPath expression, field name, position, after. So simply I have copied an XPath and I have added it here. And we are specifying. So here you can see inside form we have a lot of field. So let's check the field name of payment terms. So in the pop-up you can see the technical name of the payment terms field is payment term ID. So using XPath expression, field name, payment term ID, payment term ID, and I will specify position after. So I'm saying I need to add new field after this field. Then inside this you can add your new field name equal to, what is our field name, confirmed user ID. So simply copy this and put it over here. That's done. Now what we have to do, we have to just upgrade the module. So let's restart the service again, and let's upgrade OM Odoo inheritance module and see what happens. So I'll go to the UI and let me upgrade the module. So the module is getting upgraded and there is no errors. And if I come back to the sales, then to the quotations, here you can see confirmed user has been successfully added. So this is how you can inherit and add a new field to an existing module in Odoo. So this is done. So let's consider one more field, or let's consider we need to change the position. So right now we have added in this position, that is after payment terms ID. Similarly, we will have a lot of fields in the form. So one among the field is warehouse ID. So what we are doing is that we are changing the position. So instead of adding after payment terms, we can add after warehouse ID. So what I'll do, instead of payment terms, I'll use warehouse ID. Warehouse ID, that is I'm saying I need to add the field after this field. So here you can see the technical name of warehouse is warehouse ID, which I have given here, and after. So let me try to upgrade the module right now and see what happens. So I'll duplicate this tab and I'll go to the apps menu and I'll search for Odoo inheritance, and let me try to upgrade the module. Most probably you will be receiving an error. Yeah, as I'm expected, you can see we have an error now. And if you scroll down, you can see XPath expression cannot be located in parent view. So it says system is not able to find warehouse ID field in this file. So if I come back to the UI and if I click on edit view form, so here you can see we have edit view form, and I'll do control F. Here you can see search is enabled, and if I search for warehouse ID, you can see there is no warehouse ID inside this view. But this view doesn't contain warehouse ID. You can see upon searching, the result is empty. There is no warehouse ID. But we have a warehouse ID field here. It is coming from an inherited view. If you check the inherited views of this main view, you can see a lot of modules. Inside sale project, this view has been inherited, in sale management, in sale stock, in sale CRM, and inside OM Odoo inheritance also this view has been inherited. So there might be chance that that warehouse ID field will be coming from any of these inherited views. So it is coming from sales stock module. The warehouse field is related with stock. So if you check this form and if you search for warehouse ID, you can see the warehouse ID is used here. And also if you check the first one, control F, you can see commitment date after, commitment date before. From this view I have confirming, because if I come back to the sales form, if I come to the sales and if I open edit other info, we have delivery date. Delivery date is commitment date. So if you check this inherited view, label for commitment date before, so from this view that field has been added. So what we have to do, instead of inheriting the original view, you have to inherit this inherited view in sales stock module. So you can see in the original view we don't have the warehouse field. That's why you received the field cannot be located in parent view error. So that field has been introduced from this file. You can see warehouse ID. So in that case you have to inherit this file. You have to copy this and put it here. Instead of sale view order form, you have to inherit this for this view. Then let's restart and see whether we are still receiving the error or not. So I'll go to the UI and let me try to upgrade OM Odoo inheritance module again. So I'll click on upgrade. So initially we have received error, but still we are getting error. So let me check what is the error. Action view delivery is, we are getting some another error. So maybe I think what you have to specify this. Let me add this into the depends. So earlier we have specified sale, but right now we need sale stock also, because we are inheriting a view from this module sale stock. So here I have added comma sale stock, and I'll restart the service again, and let's try to upgrade the module once again. So I'll click on upgrade. So you can see there is no error. Once I add the depends, the error has been disappeared. And you can see if I come to the sales and if I open any of the quotation, so you can see the field has been changed from here. And if I go to the other info, you can see confirmed user has been changed to this position. And you can see right now we have used after. Similarly, you can use before also. That is, right now we have added the field after warehouse. Just you need to add, if you need to add field before this, you can put before, position before. So let's upgrade the module and see what happens. So from here I'll click on upgrade. Sorry, I have click on upgrade a wrong module. So we have to upgrade which module? OM Odoo inheritance. OM Odoo inheritance. So I'll click on upgrade button. So the module has been upgraded. And if I come to the sales and then to the quotations, and if I go to the other info, you can see confirmed user is coming before the warehouse. So I hope you understood the position after and before. So I'll show you one more scenario. So I'll do what I'll do. I'll click on Control Z. So I'll bring back the original view. So let me get its ID, edit view form, and I'll copy the original ID. So instead of sales stock inherited view, I'll give the original view itself. And I will remove sales stock from here. I need to show you one more method. So I have removed that and I have specified the original view itself. And I'll restart and I'll upgrade the module once again. So I'll go to the apps menu, click on update. So everything will be the latest, and I'll upgrade OM hospital module. So right now we are expecting to receive an error, and we will be receiving the same error that we have received initially. XPath expression warehouse ID cannot be located in parent view. So I have shown you why the error is thrown and how we can solve that error. So there is one more method to solve the same error. So I'll show you that. So let me check for the priority. If you search for the same, and I'll copy this and I will put it here, priority. And what I'll do, I'll give a very high priority like 999, and I'll restart and I'll try to upgrade. So what I have done is I just added a priority 999 and I'm trying to upgrade the module. So let's see what happens. So you can see still you are receiving the error. So it has not been solved. So let me check why it doesn't solve. So if I go to the settings and technical views, dot order, or we have to do, let me add this in the depends. So let me add that in the depends sales stock here, and let me try, and let me click on update app list, and let me try to upgrade the module. So still you are getting error. So I'll try to make a separate video on the same. We'll confirm this. We are getting some wide errors. Confirm the user. So what I'll do, just regarding the priority, I'll try to make in a separate video and I'll try to show you. Right now, if I try to solve that, it will be a lengthy video. So regarding the priority for the views, I'll try to create a separate video. So I hope you understood what we have done so far. So let me bring back the field to the original position, where here inside the payment terms itself. So if I refresh this view, right now we have the field here. So let me bring after the payment terms itself, payment term id, payment term id. And from here I'll remove sales stock, and let me refresh, and let me upgrade the module, and let me confirm everything is okay. So I hope you understood what we have done so far, and if you have any queries, don't feel free to share with us in the email, or you can connect us in the social medias. So the module has been upgraded, and if you go to the sales and if you open the quotations, you can see the confirmed user is coming before the payment term id field. So that's all about how we can inherit and add a new field to an existing module in Odoo. So if you like the video, please do click the like button and support us by having a comment and sharing the video with your Odoo friends. So that's it for the day. Have a nice day. Thank you.